Pamela Anderson, she's great. And today, my face is because of Pamela Anderson. No makeup. Why do I always say it? You always point it out, Gemmy. You always say you've got no makeup on. Right, a woman feels a little bit insecure, so feels the need to just kind of glaze over that by saying, I've got no makeup on. Anyway, enough about my face. You see enough of it, and I'm sorry. Today is an important day. It's actually not. It's going to be a fun day. I can guarantee entertainment. We're sliding into CEX Vegas. Check this out. Beautiful little town here, Chesterfield, again, aka CEX Vegas. Obviously, we're going to dive into CEX at the end. I'm contemplating the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima. And it's weird because my friend from PlayStation sent me a code many moons ago and I redeemed it and it never populated in my library, and I cannot get that game to populate in my library. It's driven me crazy. So, I don't know, it was like 38 quid. Do I really need to spend 38 quid? I don't know. But the main thing here is like every kind of 4, 5, 6+ months, I like to go into the Chazas because you never know what you're going to find. And pro tip, always ask. So let's go. All right, first step, Oxfam. Right, there's a really hit and miss RSPCA charity shop right there. Found a 360 console in there once. I think I ended up flipping it. So check it out. And they tend to be good at getting stuff out the back as well. So let's go. Now at Cash Brokers, they do have some games. Some very nice games actually. A lot of PSP stuff that you don't normally see. But I'm really not collecting for PSP. Pretty expensive as well. Wow. It's really expensive, but that's cool. Not really for me though, but it is cool. We're a few days ahead now, but I wanted to pause this episode to just have a little bit of a couple of minutes chat before we dive back to CEX and only spend £10. So I had the pleasure of recently going to Doorway to Darkness, which is the 3.0 doorway. We did the Conisbrough store, which was great. We did the new store in Bolby, which was great. And then we've done the store that they were next to for the first time, and it is a fantastic shop. It's so nice to see a store that comes onto the scene however many years ago and just goes from strength to strength to strength, because that's what we want, right? We want this community to thrive, and that's why I love doing these retro game hunts, because it keeps, or it helps, even if you just get one person in a shop, it's great, you know, it's great to be able to just perpetuate the hobby. Now, obviously, I spent a lot of money there. I got a copy of Earthbound CIB, which has been a dream as a collector for a long time. And, you know, there was a lot of positivity around that. A lot of you guys were like, congratulations, and thank you for that. I really do sincerely appreciate it. And again, it's nice to be able to go in there and put that through a shop's till. And, you know, because James was like, whoa, I didn't expect to sell that today. We had a bit of a laugh about it, and it was just really fun. But there were a lot of people that were really hating on me, saying that I was disingenuous. Now, none of you know, and none of you may not care, but there've been times in my life in the past, even 10 to 15 years ago, where I was broke as a joke. And when I say broke, I mean I was like asking my grandma if she could help me with food broke. I had a job, but I wasn't earning a great deal of money and I was just getting by. So over the last 10 years, especially 11 years, you know, from that point moving forward, better jobs, content, worked hard to have what I have. So to be able to go in there for me and spend that money and not, you know, not be affected by it was a really nice thing for me to do. And it was a personal status for me to go, do you know what, Jem? Look how far you've come on a personal level. Look how far you've come, you know, to be able to do this and enjoy it, because life is short. So that video for me was thoroughly enjoyable. Very proud to be able to do that for myself and just really enjoy it. And I was proud to share it with you. So thank you for being a part of the content. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. And as I sit here, I'm about to get out the car and go and film in another shop for the next episode. So thank you so much. Now we're going to dive back into the past, and I'm going to have no makeup on. I'll look a little bit Raggedy Ann, and we're going to spend £10, not 2k, £10. Sometimes, like these episodes, it's nice to take a step back and chill out. So let's go back in time. Right, wicked stuff in. Particularly interested with this 360 big hit stuff. Need for Speed Most Wanted, 48 quid. Why is that 48 quid? That's insane. Right, so in the last episode we did, you guys said dangerous driving was amazing on the Xbox One. So we're going to head over there, and if they've got it in, I'm going to pick it up on your recommendation. Dangerous driving. Okay, it doesn't look like they've got it in here, which is a shame. Steelbook alert. Jericho contains Image Vault art book. I bet it doesn't have it in. I've never actually played this game, but for some reason steelbooks are really intriguing me at the minute. Here we go. Another nice. Oh, that's only £5 for that slipcase with the steelbook. Let's check the steelbook. Let's have a look how nice this steelbook is. £5. Look at that with the slipcase. That would be silly not to get that. £5. So I love random little games like this. 88 Heroes. What draws me is the pixel art. 88 heroes, 88 levels, 88 minutes to save the world. £5. Let's take a risk. This is amazing if you're into your beat 'em ups. You have to get this. I have the collector's edition. You don't see the normal edition as much, but this is incredible. If you think Streets of Rage meets Final Fight, this is one for you. And this is by the same developers that make the new Terminator 2D. Shout out to Bitmap Bureau. They're freaking amazing. Quite a nice surprise to see those very few games such as Die Hard Trilogy in the RSPCA shop. I know I probably could have stood there and checked for credit in CEX. Truth be told, I couldn't be bothered. This is not necessarily a flipping channel. I just like to see what's out there for my own personal collection, for my own nostalgia. If I get time, you know, or Jess is there and we can kind of check between us, that's different. But it wasn't really about that today. I just wanted to kind of scope out the charity shops. It was pretty crap other than the RSPCA, and I did ask, and the lady said that all of the stuff were Molly's just wandered off. All of the stuff was out. But of course, CEX, a little bit boring in there. We did pick up the 2 games. And then I had this really interesting conversation. I just want to kind of chuck it out there that she said, If you get any staff in the video, please edit us out. And I was like, yeah, don't worry, I've not got any staff in, that's absolutely fine. And apparently somebody's been going into Crystal Peak CEX filming, and one of the staff members were in his video. And there were a lot of nasty comments about that staff member in that person's video. I don't know who it is, but I think it's really not nice to say nasty things like in comments, come on. So I'm going to make more of a concerted effort not to get any staff members in. I try not to anyway, unless of course they give permission. In CEX, obviously I go in there quite a lot on film, do up and down the country really. And they're usually really good. So that was the only time anyone's ever said anything to me about filming in CEX. So yeah, pretty happy with these. This was a bit of a blind purchase, 88 Heroes. I'm going on this purely, it was £5. We've gone from spending £2,000 in the last episode to £10 in this episode. My head is bent, but that's fine, because it's all about a little bit of entertainment for you guys and a little bit of just get away from reality by watching these videos. That's why I like to do them. So £10 spend, pretty happy. To be fair, I only really picked this up for the steelbook. I do think there's a bit of a steelbook boom, and I do think we're going to see a massive shoot up in value of steelbooks actually. I think it kind of comes in with the fact that it's very just, it's the artwork, isn't it? And it's having that gloss finish on the art book itself. It looks absolutely stunning. So very happy with my purchases. Of course, got the Series X down here. I really do need to turn the Series X on. I think a lot of us are very guilty of leaving the Series X off and going with base model Switch or OLED in my case, and of course the PS5. So we're going to switch to Gem in the future now. I've got some stuff to put on the walls. I'm going to show you a few more bits as to what's been kind of going on around here. Yeah, so Gem in the future, take it away. Why, thank you, Gem in the past. Right, let's get this up. We've got the ladders. I hate doing stuff like this. See, I think with emotion, but I'm learning not to act on emotion. I hate practical things, and this is practical. It's basic, but anyway, this is what we're doing in this next bit. See that? See, we've got a little strippers in here, which I need to cut, so we need scissors. See, could have like actually planned this and bought scissors in, but I didn't. Oh God, right, let me get the scissors. Give us 2. Okay. Now I'm hoping this is strong enough to hold this, because if not, it's going to come tumbling down those Sega games. So we'll see how this goes. Hold that thought. Now, a lot of you guys asked me where I got this from. If you go to any of the gaming markets here in the UK, you'll find a guy there that sells them. I've got like, there's absolutely loads. The Final Fight one, Ghouls and Ghosts, Simpsons, Ultra Beast. I've got a few upstairs, and they're £15. I don't know where he gets them from, because I can't find them online anywhere. This is going to go bad. I've got a real bad feeling about this. But I've got quite a few, but I'm out of wall space now. Maybe I could get one behind that Pac-Man up there, but we'll see. So let's get this beaut up, shall we? You see that space there? I reckon it's going there. Obviously, I'll show you when it's done. Time lapse. Oh! Oh my God. Made me sweat. All right, there she is. I think it's on. I'm going to double check it, but I think it looks really nice from down here. Kind of see it. Obviously, I think it looks wicked. What do you reckon? Let me know. So next, quick update. I've ordered the box protector. It's like a plastic acrylic box protector for Earthbound, and it's going to go right on that shelf up there. So I'm like super excited, but I've got a bit of an aliens thing going on over here. So here's the plan. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you know I picked up the PS3 version with a bunch of my store credit from Kirkby Sales and Exchange. 360 versions upstairs, and I want this power loader out because it is mint. It looks mint, and I think it does. Oh, look at that. It just deserves its own little place. Wait, I mean, the game is notoriously dog turd, isn't it? The game sucks. The game sucks. Look at that. The fact that it's got it's not Ripley in it though, just annoys it annoys me. But we need it out. I've shown it before, my 360 thingy-bobby. How nice is that? How pretty is that? How pretty darn nice is that? So, here's what we're going to do. Right, bear with, you're going to get close-ups, don't panic. Because you're going to look at this from afar and think, Gem, no. But I'm saying, Team 24, yes. Talking to you, mate. Right, hopefully it'll look good. Right, let me see what that looks like from back here. Right, you can't see it, but check this. Dun, da, 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 da. It looks cool. So as you can see, right, obviously we've got the original Aliens quadrilogy there. That's that amazing VHS. Nice clean shell from the other episode, Gem. So got this beaut here, and it doesn't really go nice on the PS2s, does it? Does it? Does it? But it don't look too bad. I mean, the lights look really nice. You can see it. It looks good. You get a nice close-up as you're going into the lady loft. So all is not lost on that front. So, little update for you then. So, in this next clip, you are going to see all of the game guides that we've got for sale. There's some really nice Final Fantasy ones, collector's editions that are literal duplicates. Back in the day, I had this awful habit of buying 2 guides to keep one sealed. I mean, the stupid collecting habits that I've kind of had over the years. It just baffles me, but now I'm, as you know, kind of thinning out, so we'll check that out. There's also, I think I've got 2 Master Systems. Now I'm keeping the one with Alex Kidd built in, because again, back in the day I thought I'd have the one with Super Hang-On, the one with Sonic, and the one with Alex Kidd. That is one of my favourite Master System games of all times. In fact, it was my first Master System game when I think I was like, it's a friend at the back of our garden. Like back in the day on council estates, right, they'd have massive gardens, and you'd be friends with like the people at the back of the hedge, you know, over the hedge. Hey up, mate, you know. So I was kind of friends with those guys, and they were lucky enough to have a Master System, and we played Alex Kidd there for the first time. So I've got like really fond memories of that. So I'm going to be going through the Master Systems, finding which one's Alex Kidd, keeping it, flogging the rest over on my Discord. And people constantly ask, where are the links to socials? They're in the description, including the flipping pixel panel clocks that at least one person in every video says, where do you get your pixel panel clocks from? Go to the description, there's a YouTube short there, it'll give you all the information. So here's the guides. They'll be going up on Discord very soon. Thanks, Gem, from upstairs. Here are the guides. Lovely bit of Final Fantasy hardback hardcore nurse kicking us off. Check it out. I believe this is the collector's edition. It is indeed. How spiffing is that? Now don't faint. I know you all want the collector's edition Black Ops 3 sealed, might I add. Not so snazzy, but the Sims are busting out. Honestly, I used to love the Sims, but I just don't have time to play stuff like this anymore. Now someone is definitely going to buy this. Look at it. Just look at it. Another hardback beauty, Final Fantasy 15 Collector's Edition. All the posters and whatnot are inside. Mine is sealed, and I've just knocked the camera. Perfect. Little bit of Resi 6. I'm gonna say it now, this is the worst Resident Evil game ever made. What, in your opinion, is the worst Resident Evil game ever made, and what is the best? Couple of indie ones now. Bit of Lego, bit of non-Lego. Check it out. And another, it seems like Indy's a popular guy, or used to be in my collection anyway. Battlefield 3 Collector's Edition hardback. Oh, I've knocked the camera again. Honestly, I might as well just quit. Bit of Black Ops 2. Look at the artwork on that. It's vanilla as hell. Softback guide for Black Ops 2. And softback guide for Call of Duty Black Ops. And they'll be on Discord soon. Back up to her upstairs. Pretty cool. I definitely like the hardback guides, not so fussed about the Call of Duty ones. Never really played a campaign on Call of Duty. I think the last campaign I played and completed was back on the PS3 with like Call of Duty 4, so it's ridiculous. Never played it, so I don't know why I got the guides. I'm just so stupid with previous collecting habits, so they'll be going. I don't think there's a massive market for guides in shops. I tend to see them very hit and miss. You see a lot of them at the markets, but not so much the hardback stuff, so that seems to be a little bit more of a commodity of the softback guides. Again, they'll be going out on Discord. So thanks ever so much for supporting the channel. Again, go check out more videos in the cards, and I hope you guys have a wicked day. We've got a nice retro game hunt dropping for you on Thursday, so that'll be 4 PM UK time. But in the meantime, I genuinely hope you have a wicked day. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.